I do not give up meat on Fridays, although we do tend to eat vegetarian regularly. But I had a friend mention that they came to Aldi to see what they could get for Lent Fridays where they're not eating meat and maybe they want fish or seafood. And he was so surprised by all that they offered. And it was an epiphany. Jackie, you need to tell people of all the great offerings. Just because I don't eat fish and seafood doesn't mean others aren't going to be interested. And also, I tend to probably breeze by that kind of stuff because I'm not familiar and I haven't tasted it, but that doesn't mean I can't show you what Aldi has. So let's get into the store. They have beefed up, which is funny to say, their fish and seafood offerings. I know that because I'm seeing a lot more of it, but I'm going to go in and give you all the details of what's offered, the prices, the sizes. So as you're planning your Lent Friday meal, or heck, if you just like fish and seafood, you can see what they have in stores right now during this Lent season. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to start with the unsexy stuff and stuff that I can guarantee you I have never put in my videos because I didn't even know it existed, to be honest. But they have these pouch tunas. I had a coworker that used to bring these every day for lunch, not from Aldi, but this seems like a really good value, 82 cents or 79 cents, depending on northern catch. I don't know which one of those is right, but overall it's a great value. This one is zesty lemon pepper, original, and sweet and spicy. It's 2.5 ounces. If I had one of those, I'd probably make a sandwich out of it or a sub. But they have those. Honestly, I don't know the difference between the 82 cents and the 79 cents, but either way, it seems like a really good value. Sardines. These are 3.75 ounces and 99 cents for these. I don't see any flavors beyond just mustard sauce. They have $1.69 packs of oysters, fancy whole smoked oysters with a red chili sauce, or they have in cottonseed oil, and these are $1.69. Wild pink salmon, I think canned salmon, is this what you can use? Oh, that's funny. Okay, maybe there's a way you have to store these. The can seems like it's upside down, but it's not. $3.35. Salmon cakes. Is that what you'd make with these? Salmon patties. $3.35 for those, and it is 14.75 ounces. And so these next two tunas are 95 cents a piece, and they are 5 ounces each. This one is chunk light tuna in oil, and this one is chunk light tuna in water. Same price, same size. Oil versus water. And this one is solid white tuna in water, and it is $1.79, also 5 ounces. I won't lie, I wish that I wanted tuna because you can get 28 grams of protein just eating that. Also, so I thought I got it all, but I see here they have ready-to-eat tuna salad with crackers. One is fat-free, one is not, and they're $1.29 for the little pack. Kind of curious to try that now. Now we are over here in all of the cold meats. We're going to go by poultry, beef, pork, and we're going to get to the seafood, which is an area I don't venture into much. I am a beef, pork, chicken eater, if you're not familiar, and it's not allergy based, it is mental block. I don't know why. My entire life it has just been something I can't stomach the thought of. I guess I used to eat tuna when I was younger, but as I developed, personal taste and preferences, I guess. There's skinless Atlantic salmon, fresh, never frozen. This is $9.99 a pound, and they do have a variety of sizes. Raw shrimp, peeled, deveined, and tail is already off. These are $9.49 a pound. And it says you get about 26 to 30 per pound. This is a giant salmon fillet, $7.99 a pound, also fresh, never frozen. Just different sizes, $8.99 a pound. I don't know, that's a fillet, this is a portion. I don't even know the difference. but still Atlantic salmon. Now this is coho salmon. It must be a little fancier because it's $12.99 a pound. Mediterranean herb salmon from Chile, fresh, never frozen, and that is $9.99 a pound. Seafood stuffing in Atlantic salmon portions. Now these are, let's see, what's the poundage on this? Or the price per pound? Oh, it's just $9.99 and you get a pound of it. So $9.99 a pound, but it looks like it's the same. This one actually has a red sticker on it, but lightly smoked. It's from Chile as well, and that's $11.49 a pound. There's only one of those left here, so I'm guessing maybe it's a favorite. We have steelhead trout portions, $10.49 a pound. Tilapia fillets, $6.49 a pound, so that seems like the most economical price so far. And then finally, or at least finally for my Aldi, we have ahi tuna. This is wild caught. Indonesia is where it's from. And it was previously frozen, but $8.99 a pound. And I'm not gonna lie, that actually looks pretty good to me. I wish I could eat ahi tuna. I've tried it before. I actually did a video where I ordered whatever waitress picked for me at the Cheesecake Factory, and what she picked for me had tuna in it. And while I don't normally eat tuna, I did try it and I liked it, but it was mentally hard for me to eat it, so I didn't eat most of it. I do wish that I liked it because I can see that it's enjoyable. $7.99, they have these smoked salmon poke bowls. So it has smoked salmon, rice, poke sauce, spicy seasoning. Now this is an Aldi find. This is the first thing that is not a normal item at my Aldi. So hopefully you can find it at yours. And if you like these, you might want to stock up. And we are in the freezers, so this is currently all frozen. Passing a lot of non-fish items, meats that I'm not going to share with you. But these are $6.99, and they are specially selected as the brand, and they have tortilla topped crusted flounder, coconut crusted, and macadamia nut. Reaching across the other side here, for $4.99, they have these pub style battered shrimp bites, 11 ounces. If I thought that was cheese, I'd say it looks good. You can air fry them or put them in the oven. Only $4.99 for those. Here is another box thing. They have traditionally British style fish and chips, 14 ounces, a meal for one. So that's an entire meal for $5.99. And then they also have British beer battered fish and chips. This one is haddock, and the other one was cod. So blue is haddock, red is cod. Again, a meal for one, $5.99 for that. Gulf shrimp. These are large, raw, peeled, deveined, and the tail is off. $5.99. I think they have similar stuff over in the freezer area that's not the Aldi finds. And these are also Aldi finds for $4.99. They have crab cakes, 5 of them, 16 ounces. And then I think they also have lobster cakes. I just gotta find it. Doesn't matter if it's lobster or crab. They're $5.99 a piece. You get $5 of the cakes. And this is made with real and imitation lobster. They're ready for the oven. The crab is made with real and imitation crab and fish flakes. Okay. $4.99 for those. Now our freezer section makes it pretty darn easy. Now this is the normal freezer, not the Aldi finds. They have a seafood section, so we're gonna walk up to that. Now it kind of comes a little bit into the beef area and chicken, but they have this tempura battered shrimp, 16 ounces, $6.99. That's chicken, that's chicken. Wild caught breaded fish sticks. Wait, those are fish sticks. 24 ounces and $5.25. This is wild caught beer battered cod fillets. Not gonna lie, that looks pretty good to me. 13 ounces. I'm not even gonna pretend. I would be kind of tempted to try that. White fish meat looks so yummy to me. Breaded butterfly shrimp, 9 ounces, and those are $3.69. Crispy popcorn shrimp, $5.89, and it is an 18-ounce package. Medium cooked shrimp, peeled and deveined, but the tail is on, $5.49. I'm actually pretty impressed with how much stuff they have here. I have never given this much thought. Cooked in shell shrimp, and they're medium size. You get 12 ounces, and that's $6.49. My poor hand is feeling kind of cold. We've moved over, and we have more shrimp. This is large shrimp. This is also 12 ounces and $7.49. Peeled, deveined, but the tail is on. Jumbo, the same thing. Peeled, deveined, tail on. 12 ounces, and that's $7.99. And then they also have jumbo shrimp, deveined, shell, and tail on. I don't know what the difference between these two are. Raw. Oh, that one's cooked in shell, and this one's raw. $6.49 for that bag. We've already looked at the butterfly shrimp. Okay. Raw shrimp, deveined, tail on, and $6.29. This is large raw peeled shrimp, deveined with the tail on, but it's a 32-ounce package, and that's $16.49. So they have a lot of variety of similar things, it looks like. $6.49 for medium shrimp that are raw, and that is 12 ounces. Wild caught Argentine red shrimp, raw, peeled, deveined, and tail off, $9.99 for an entire pound. It was $10.45, so I don't know if that's a temporary price decrease. Toss and serve with chipotle sea salt sauce, 12 ounces for $6.69. It was $6.99. Scallops are another seafood that I think visually look delicious. Mildly sweet flavored jumbo premium sea scallops. You get 12 ounces for $15.45. It looks like they typically have a frozen shrimp ring that's 16 ounces for $9.99, but they're out. And they also look like they typically have specially selected 16 ounces of black tiger shrimp for $12.99, but they're also out of that. Now, some of this might be a little harder to reach if you're not tall like me, but just ask the tall people for help. This is Langostino tails. I have no idea what that means. Wild caught, they're preservative free, cooked and peeled, 12 ounces. It looks like shrimp to me, but they're $13.99. Snow crab clusters, $20.99. You get 24 ounces. They're wild caught. And that reminds me, I know I've seen lobsters in here recently, but we are sold out. So if you look in your Aldi finds, you might find lobster. They have wild caught Alaskan cod, $15.25. It's 2 pounds. Skinless, boneless, individually wrapped. These are also individually wrapped. Tilapia fillets, 16 ounces, and they're $6.25. This is a larger pack, I think, of the exact same thing. And that's $8.85, and you get 2 pounds. Wild caught pink salmon, skinless, boneless, individually wrapped. I think it's really nice that they individually wrap them. $7.65, and you get 16 ounces. Wild caught pink salmon. This is 32 ounces. It's the same as that one, individually wrapped, but it's $10.35 if you get 2 pounds. Frozen ahi tuna. They are skinless, boneless, individually vacuum sealed. You get 12 ounces, and it's $4.85. They have $2.49. They were $2.79, so I don't know if it's a normal price change or just on sale, but they have mussels in natural juices. They have garlic sauce, or they have butter sauce. You can just dig around. It's too cold for me to dig. Those were $2.49, now they're $2.79. The seafood mix, it's a perfect blend of shrimp, calamari, scallops, and mussels. 16 ounces for $6.89. It was $6.99. And now the final one, the seafood boil, but you probably can't have this because it has other meats in it. $8.79 for that. Now we are in the refrigerated area of the Aldi finds, and there are a few items over here. So one of them is imitation crab meat, a blend of Alaska, pollock, and snow crab. $3.49. Okay, so this is that is leg style, and this is flake style. Imitation crab meat, a blend of Alaska, pollock, and snow crab. Okay, this is blowing my mind. So I've always thought imitation crab meat meant that it was like vegetarian. It's just different fish and also crab. I've never really given it much thought, but that surprises me. So $3.49 for those, and the packages are 16 ounces each. And then they also have this $6.99 wild herring in wine sauce. It's marinated herring, tidbits, and onions in a wine sauce. That is 32 ounces, and it's $6.99. Now, I've been mentioning that some things look appealing. That is not one of them. I have no idea how you eat that. Maybe in pasta? Maybe on a sandwich? I don't know. I am heading up front to check one more place that I would never look myself or have paid attention to. But they have like raviolis up front, cheese, and I know some different meats. So maybe they have a fish one. Let's check it out together to see. While my hand recovers from the frozen. So let's see, there's beef, pork, chicken over here, sausage, tortellini. There are cheese tortellini, so obviously you could eat this. Spinach and mozzarella. Yep, here's what it is. They have a mushroom ravioli. Obviously it's not seafood or fish, but they have lobster ravioli. It is a tender ravioli filled with pieces of lobster, rich ricotta, and mozzarella cheese. 9 ounces. It's $4.25. It was $4.79, but they have the same thing with crab. $4.25 was $4.75. Tender ravioli filled with crab meat and creamy ricotta cheese. 9 ounces for that as well. And if you don't want the meat, they also have like spinach and cheese manicotti here. They have spinach and mozzarella, 5 cheese ravioli. You can mix them together. But I had a feeling if I came up here, I'd see something like that. But that's the only option up here. I think we've ran through everything. If you like all things Aldi, I hope you stick around as a subscriber. I'd love to see you in the videos and the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao down and ciao.